So Jennette McCurdy apparently is now doing all like the TV show interviews.
We get her, you think?
Nah.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of the performing, the tap dancing of like the smile and the showing up and landing on my mark, and I'm gonna just do what I need to do and be this, happy-go-lucky Nickelodeon kid.
Now,
My name is Samantha Puckett. I'm from.
it's been a while. I mean, it's been years since we've revisited the whole Dan Schneider stuff, right? But she wrote this tell-all book. I am going to skip specifically because everything I already watched this whole thing. So everything up until the point that I'm going to skip to is just your typical growing up a child actor is hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a 9-minute and 48-second interview, okay? This is with the now we get to the part that we care about, the Schneider stuff.
So it was important for me to step away in a very definitive way and really just focus completely on healing myself.
Reflecting back on her career, Jennette's critical of the Hollywood machine and the world she was exposed to at such a young age.
Which, by the way, we all agree with.
In her book, she writes that after Sam and Cat was canceled, Nickelodeon offered her a $300,000 thank you gift if she agreed to never speak publicly about her experience at the network.
Nickelodeon offered Jennette McCurdy. This is the first time this has come out public, right? We were remember. I only know this because I wouldn't normally remember this, but because I went back and because I was re-uploading old clips, I was kind of listening to them when I was re-uploading them. We said this, right? This is something that we said. I go, they probably offered all these people money. However,
specifically with a man she refers to as the creator, who on one occasion, she says, encouraged her to drink while she was still underage and gave her a shoulder massage. In response, Nickelodeon telling ABC News, we have no reportable response other than a no comment at this time.
So yes,
but here's the thing.
Yes.
Jennette McCurdy never took the money.
I just said, no, it's not happening. That sounds like hush money to me. Not doing it.
Mind, by the way, you got to remember something. This bitch was 18 years old when she said, nope, I ain't doing it,
Yeah.
Not taking it. And then I do remember leaning against, I think I talk about this in the book, but I lean against my bed and I'm like, well, shoot, that could have put my nieces through college. Like, that was some good money. But I am ultimately proud of my decision there, wherever it came from. Even if it was informed by self-righteousness, I think that I did something that was really hard to do. Oh my God, it makes me emotional. I'm proud of myself.
Why?
I'd be more proud. Here's the thing, and here's my problem. And you don't ever want to be the guy that attacks the victim. I'm not trying to, but this is frustrating, and I'll explain why. So, our guess always, up until I saw this clip, our guess always was that they were not talking because they were given an NDA and hush money, right? We've always said that, which made the most sense.
Of course.
However, now we're finding out that she did not take the money. So she said, no, I'm not going to. So, 3 things I want to point out here. 1, man, child actors age terribly, and I am sure it's because of all the shit they have to go through and the drugs they get on. I do feel bad for her for that. Because the easy thing is to go like, wow, she looks terrible. But then you're like, dude, her life was fucking really fucked up. Number 2, okay, I'm so proud of you, Jennette McCurdy, for not taking the $300,000. However, why then are you calling him the creator and not, no pun intended, saying his name? No. Go ahead.
Probably because she doesn't want to get dragged through fucking courts and shit. I mean, at the end of the day.
Number 3, why isn't this journalist? So who's this creator? Is he still out there doing this to other people?
No, you're right.
Should we be worried?
The journalist should at least ask.
Even if she says, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to. No, that's what I'm saying. Give her a chance to say, I don't want to talk about it. Go. All right, well, I did my job as a journalist.
I asked. She only's done 2 interviews that I found since her book came out. Now, she's not saying his name, but now I know what you're saying, and I've thought about that. She doesn't want to get dragged or whatever. Okay, number 1, she's already said who it is without saying his name. There is no other creator. There's only Dan Schneider for these shows. It only says created by Dan Schneider. Okay, so it's him. Obviously, it's him. We all know she's talking about him. So at this point, and I always say this, in for a penny, right? Like, you're already saying it, so you might as well say it. That's the part I don't understand. Why isn't she saying it? And let's say, here's okay, check this out. If this ABC News was doing a hit piece, for example, let's say on a right-wing person, it could be any person, right? If I would have said, oh yeah, you know, if I would have said, here's a great example, one of the biggest hosts on the Daily Wire, who's Jewish, actually called me a spick. And then somebody were to go to me, hey, but who was it? Clearly it's Ben Shapiro, but I didn't say it. The media would have then said in this part, and you know I'm right because we've seen enough news stories, they would have said, she does not elaborate on who the creator is, but the only creator of iCarly is Dan Schneider, and put a picture up of him. But they didn't. So this is still fucking weird, right? Like,
it's weird, but look, man, to her credit, at least she's saying something, and I mean, she is saying.
I'm not criticizing.
Right,
I'm not criticizing her.
I get it, but you're saying the cover up, but they've always done this because they're all complicit.
Right.
Because who's interviewing her, by the way?
I think it's. I don't know, man. I don't know the reporter's name. The Asian reporter.
Is it a Viacom company?
No, this is ABC. No, this is Disney.
Okay.
This is actually
but Disney doesn't want to get in a shit slinging war with Nickelodeon about molested kids either.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. That makes sense. I get it. But I'm just saying it seems weird. Everything is weird. Look, it takes a lot for her to say anything. I fucking get it. I know it's easy to be the edgy guy and be like, oh, what are you scared, you little bit? No, honestly, this fucking sucks for her. And I think you're right. Nobody wants, but then she probably shouldn't have said anything. Like, either we're doing this or we're not. Like, this is kind of like a middle of the road kind of thing that we're doing here, right?
It makes me emotional. Yeah. I'm proud of myself.
Unless behind the scenes, her lawyer is doing some sort of financial or some sort of suing Nickelodeon for something, and her lawyer said, don't say his name yet. That's, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That is very possible, right? Because you don't want her to be, oh, you went on news and you slandered him before you went to this court case. You know what I mean? Only thing I can think of. But still doesn't make sense, but whatever.
Why? Why proud of yourself?
I think I've chosen
to dress like Paula Poundstone for the rest of my life.
I'm going to dress like somebody who's been molested.
Yeah. By Paula Poundstone. Woo!
There you go, huh? Take that, Paula. Blah, blah.
Well. You think Paula Poundstone's ears are ringing?
You gonna clap back, Paula?
What you gonna do? Shoulder pads? Dressing like Andre 3000.
I'm glad we're treating this with the gravity it deserves.
Well, first off, I think we're treating it way better than we normally treat things. So honestly, joking aside, I think we're doing pretty good.
I don't know, treating it better than Dan Schneider treated her.
That's a fucking good point.
That is true.
Or the way the media treated her for like 5 years.
Yeah, at least I'm not making you stick your foot in your pussy.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And it hasn't always been easy.
Again, I'm saying this. I'm not, because I know people are going to try to misconstrue this into like, why are you going? I'm not going after her. Honestly, so what Mersh brought up was a good point. My biggest gripe is with the journalist right now, right? My biggest gripe is with the journalist because the problem is, you're right. Here's the thing. Dan Schneider's currently not doing anything right now. He just stopped. One of the most successful producers Nickelodeon has. Dan Schneider took Nickelodeon when it was struggling, because it was struggling for a little while there, and he made these little teeny shows, and everybody watched them, and they're fucking huge, and they blew up, and they're the biggest thing Nickelodeon had, and they threw all the money at him. You're telling me if Dan Schneider hasn't done anything wrong or anything questionable, you're telling me that right now Dan Schneider hasn't worked in Hollywood since all this stuff started coming up, since the last Nickelodeon show he did was years ago.
That's weird.
Imagine if one of the quote unquote best creators for children's programming is just sitting there and Disney's not throwing money at him for a job, right? Nobody's throwing money
on account of all the rapes.
And that's my exactly.
You fucking asshole.
And that's my point. And that's my point.
Man, the worst part is the hypocrisy to me.
It really is, it really is.
And people, there's got to be like one executive at Disney that was like, hey, what if we hire Dan Schneider? And one of the guys just went, what the fuck? Do you think this is the good old days?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, Bill. Yeah. Does he make hit after hit? Yes. Is he a fucking machine of money? You better believe it. But it's post Harvey Weinstein, motherfucker. The old days of hiring creepy producers that are super talented are over. So now what you get is mediocre work garbage made by Indian women. Do you hear me? That's what we could make.
Yeah. You'll sooner see a goddamn Bill Cosby special on HBO before Dan Schneider ever walks in this office.
Waddles into this office. Do you fucking hear me?
Now 30, Jennette says she's recovered from years of eating disorders and found
Okay, so that's that. So now I wanted just to compare something here. Then she did Good Morning.
Yeah, she's on her complaint tour.
She did Good Morning America, and I want to see
now she's dressed like Sailor Moon for some reason.
We're gonna skip the. Okay, here we go. This is the part that we need to get to. Here we go.
In 2013. The former TV star writing about her mom's controlling habits, from calorie counting her daughter's food, which triggered eating disorders for McCurdy, to her mom giving her showers until she was a teenager.
Yeah, sounds like the president. What? Her mom gave her showers since she was a teenager. Big deal.
Why? Oh, I don't understand.
Well, to wash Dan Schneider's cum off of her.
I don't understand the need of like if I heard that about she just got away with it because she's a mom, but like, could you imagine if a dad?
Yeah, he'd be the president.
No, I know. I mean, I know we're living in Biden world, but I mean, could you imagine if
that was really fucking
funny? Came out of just about a regular guy though, and it's like, yeah, he regularly showered his daughter when she was a teenager.
You'd be like, wait, what?
Why? I'm sure she's got it under control,
and
bud.
That man was Woody Allen.
Fucking Jennette McCurdy's mom was fucking Rodney Dangerfield in Natural Born Killers.
Jesus, her mom looks like, well, now she's dead, but in this picture she looks like Rosie Perez.
Now
she's not dead in that picture.
Well, she's alive in that picture.
Adult McCurdy is reflecting on her time on set, alleging inappropriate behavior, referring to one figure only as the creator. Writing,
Dan Schneider,
he offered her
no, it's Tyler.
alcohol.
Oh no, Tyler,
still
the creator. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Age, and that he gave her a back massage. After Sam and Cat was canceled after one season,
Okay, this is Good Morning America, man. You can't get better audio?
No.
Okay.
They're incapable.
Okay. I have a meltdown if my audio level, you guys know, I have a meltdown if the audio levels aren't right. Mm-hmm. And you're professional newsman. You're owned by Disney, bro.
She writes that Nickelodeon attempted to arrange a $300,000 thank you parting gift for her, only if she agreed to.
Here's the other point. Bro, can we bring something up? Dan Schneider goes out there and reportedly molest kids, right? And Disney even still cheaped out on that? $300,000? Like, listen, really? That's the number you throw, bro?
Doesn't feel like a lot.
Well, because she was 18. She was retarded.
Yeah, no, I know. But, I mean, even still, her mom's the one that... Well, no, it would have been her. She was 18. You know, you're right, actually. Yeah, but still, $300,000, like... Bro, you can't offer her a mill? Vince McMahon paid more to hide legally fucking women than Nickelodeon paid to try to silence people that were molested by their producer.
Yeah, Jennette, you're an idiot. Have you seen Christy Hemi's house?
Jesus Christ, ask for more.
To never publicly speak about her experiences at the network. It was a gift she did not accept.
Social media is already abuzz about McCurdy's new book. Some offended by the title, others in complete support.
The cover's getting me though, dude.
By the way, can I put
the cover of the book is fucking ridiculous.
I don't hate it. It's actually funny. Okay, look, I get that it's bad. I got it. I know it's disgusting. However, Virgie, I was not looking at the cover, but you are.
Oh my God, she's holding an urn.
Okay, hold on. Look, can we give Jennette McCurdy some fucking credit? That's fucking funny. Wait, is there glitter in it?
Yes. The more you look, the better it gets.
It's filled with like confetti and glitter.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like,
fuck.
She is fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Like this is something like a comic would name their book and have the picture of, right? Not Jennette McCurdy.
Dude, this is
pretty nuts.
That's dark. Like, and that's the thing too. Like, people are offended by the book title. I'm not offended by it. It's your life. I think it's in poor taste, even if you hate your mom. Like, I just, whatever. But
I agree with you.
It's your life. But my God, dude, the title of that book and her whole vibe lately, like, you would not want to stick your dick in this woman.
So here you go. Look who's interviewing her.
Social media divided over the title. Why so direct?
This title is, I get that it's attention grabbing, but it's also something that I mean sincerely. I'm not saying it at all in a flippant way. And
by the way, Simon & Schuster fucking published this with this cover, but they won't publish Josh Hawley's book.
No. Or Tucker. Didn't Tucker lose a book?
No. Tucker did not.
No, they're still. Yeah.
Tucker shit on his book publisher in his new book.
For the Josh Hawley thing.
Yeah, in his new book. Simon. Yeah, it was Simon & Schuster. Might have been.
While the response might be divided, I really appreciate the positivity that I've received from a lot of people and the support that I've received from a lot of people. I think that anybody who has experienced parental abuse understands this title. And I think anybody who has a sense of humor understands this title. And
hey, man.
I'm not so concerned with the opinion.
It's your mom, you know what I mean?
Of anybody else, because this book is not for them.
What do you think your mom would say about it?
I wouldn't have written the book.
She would say, wow, you look fat.
Honey, what are you doing?
You want to take a shower?
Let's take a shower. I'll call Dan.
She would grab the book and make me bounce it on my head to work on my posture. That's what she would do.
That's so funny.
But it's true. By the way, can I say her mom does sound like a fucking nightmare, bro? Fuck.
All those parents were.
That's a really good point because, this is the younger us covering the Dan Schneider stuff. But something that I don't think we ever hit hard enough on was like the parents that allowed this, that they're fucking, I think, worse. Because, like, why would you purposely put your kid through this shit? You know what I mean? And by the way, I'm not even talking about potentially being molested. Like, even child actors that weren't molested and shit, even child actors, no, everyone was fine to me. They're still fucked up. Being in Hollywood at that age is fucking weird. It fucks you up. Even if you don't get molested, you are fucked up forever. Like, only a couple people have made it out of, like, Jason Bateman's one of them that I can think of off the top of my head, and like a Paul Rudd have made it out of being child actors. But besides that, have you seen what's his face that from Terminator 2?
Any females?
Ariana Grande.
She's not okay though.
Selena Gomez. Also broken. Okay, hold on. Let me think. I hold on. Have to be normal that are okay. Child actresses that are okay.
Yeah, because like honestly, Ariana Grande is a fucking robot.
Mayim Bialik. Too ugly to molest.
Yeah, that's why.
But she's made it.
It doesn't count if nobody wanted to fuck her.
Yeah, man, I'm out. I mean, unless someone in the chat has
imagine being a pedophile and you see Mayim Bialik as a kid and you're like, could you get me one of them Sprouse twins?
Hey, is 6 around? It's a Blossom reference.
I'd rather molest Joey Lawrence.
Yeah.
Look, if my mom were alive, I would still have my identity dictated by.
Although, man, can I say that when a lot of women lie about having eating disorders, bro. Now looking at her here, like she's like that really close to being dangerously skinny, right? Like she is.
Oh yeah,
look
she's
at
a rail.
The way I always look at it is like the legs are one way, but legs. Some girls just have stick legs. It happens.
Man.
The arms, like
She's got those Eugenia Cooney arms.
Yeah, like it looks like her arms are no thicker than her wrist.
I would still have my identity dictated by her.
Did your perspective on your mom change at all through the writing process?
Oh my God, so much. So much.
Yes, sir?
I do at times, yeah.
Hold on.
My heart's gonna be right. And I said a lot of things. A lot of honesty has been truly liberating.
You're hiding your nerves well.
I'm sorry because there's a specific.
He keeps asking these like fascinating questions, like, "Did your perspective on your mom?" Oh, no, I skipped that one.
I'll play that if you want. I mean, it's no. I'm sorry. It's my. You know what? I have to apologize. I already listened to it, and she gives like a boilerplate generic answer.
All right, well, the answer's not good.
I had already like skimmed through it. I completely forgot where I jotted. I had timestamped a spot that was actually very interesting. What she does, you'll see. Look, watch.
I think that anybody who's experienced parental abuse understands this title. And I think anybody hears in my sadness that she was abusive. But it simplified in a really relieving way. It now feels like I'm able to just miss her. And I think that is only possible because of the healing that happened through the writing of the book.
You miss her?
So, you're typical,
I do at times, yeah. I do at times.
You seem so calm about it now. What do you hope people take away from the book?
Do I seem calm? That's great. My heart's kind of beating right now, so that's awesome. I'm hiding it well. I hope people...
You think... can I make a prediction here real quick?
Yeah.
Because I just thought about something. This is going to be her going, I'm brave enough now to go back into acting. What do you think? You think
I finally put all my anger at acting behind me. Now starting a new chapter of my chapter.
Right, and then there'll be a new CW show or something with her.
Some garbage.
Yeah.
I put all of myself into this book.
CW.
110%.
How old is she? Because if she was old enough, you could call it like Turning 30 with McCurdy or something like that. Yeah, tell me that's not a CW fucking name for a show.
Nah, she'd probably be on something with like fucking werewolves or something because she's already got that like gaunty frame for the makeup. You know what I mean?
Like a sci-fi version of Twilight.
Yeah.
McCurdy's 30s. I like it.
McCurdy's 30s is good, right?
Myself. And I said a lot of things, a lot of uncomfortable truths that are, I think, difficult things to say. The more uncomfortable something was for me to put on the page, the more important it felt for me to put it on the page. That kind of honesty has been truly liberating for me.
Yeah, it looks like Clippy, like the Microsoft fucking helper.
Hey,
Yeah.
I see that you were writing a memoir about how much you hated your fucking mom.
Can I help you with grammar?
My favorite was the Clippy one about boomers where it's like, hey, I noticed you're praising Israel and Social Security. Would you like me to engage the caps lock button?
Yes.
That's really good.
That was good.
And has led me to a life of fulfillment and authenticity that I hope for everybody. So I hope that people take away the honesty and are maybe inspired to share.
By the way, I like this. Views has a good point. He goes, so you've revealed nothing, and now you can buy your way back in with leverage.
Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, there's a clip coming up here, and that's actually close to the point I wanted to make. Watch,
those uncomfortable truths about themselves.
You say you're
I'm glad other people picked it up. Watch.
hiding your nerves well. It reminded me of something that Miranda Cosgrove said. She said, you don't expect things like this from the person in the room who's making everyone laugh. So what's your advice to people who may seem calm on the outside, may seem funny on the outside, but are struggling inside?
Write a book and go on Good Morning America.
Do drugs.
Yeah.
You have to make contact with that struggle, I think. I really
What does that even mean?
Therapist words. You listen to therapist words.
believe you have to face the parts of yourself. For me, facing the parts of myself that I felt the most shame about, facing those and becoming public with those has been really healing for me and transformative. And so I hope that people consider that for themselves.
I mean, I know we've all said this, but she is genuinely broken. Like, I really do feel bad for her. She is genuinely just never had a childhood, and she doesn't know how to be an adult because of it.
Let's talk about what happened in Nickelodeon.
Here it is. This is okay. Here we go. This is actually interesting.
With this person you call the creator. You say the network offered you $300,000 in hush money?
I have seen some of these headlines. I've seen a lot of headlines about the book, and I'm really glad that the book's receiving a lot of attention. That's awesome. That's wonderful. What I will say is that the book is so much more than that.
See, now here we go. It is so. I know you're saying it's so much more than that, but you knew that this would be headline catching. That's why you put it in the book, right? Again, I really hoped you didn't just put this in there to fucking get the stuff, but you're not going to commit to it. Because my biggest problem with stuff like this is people that go through this shit and don't say anything, right? And then the dude goes on and does it to somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's someone's got to stop it, right?
My book is so much more. It cannot be reduced to a headline. My life nor this book can be reduced to a headline.
But they did offer you the money and you did turn it down?
But they did get it. Okay, that's fine. But did they?
Wow, slight journalism?
I have said everything that I want to say about that in the book. I hope people, you know what? I hope that anybody whose attention might be piqued by these headlines will consider reading
give me money.
The book, because I've said everything in as articulate and thoughtful of a way as I can manage in that book. I took a year and a half writing it. I did 12 drafts. My editor, Sean, knows this very well. He knows this very intimately. He knows how hard I worked on this, and he was very instrumental as well. But I said everything that I wanted to say there.
Your brother's going to read it for the first time. Marcus, Dustin, Scotty, you dedicated it.
I said everything I want to say there. See, I don't like this evasive stuff. This is the stuff I don't like. We're talking about it because we're all making assumptions, but it's just going to be one of those things we're going to use as headline bait, and she's never going to talk about it again, and it's going to go away, and nothing's going to happen, because that's what it's starting to seem like, right?
Yeah, no, it's just a sales pitch, bro.
That's pretty slimy.
Yeah.
Read a book about how much Jennette McCurdy hates her fucking mom, so you can read 4 lines about how fucking the creator touched her fucking inappropriately.
Well, I will say this. We'll see if more stuff comes out. I doubt it.